All right. What's up, pilots? I am not a rapper, is what Rob Berquist says. All right, welcome to a special live stream Monday. Get you through the case of the Mondays you might be having today. Everybody hopefully had a good weekend, got out doing some flying. Today I'm going to do a live pro build with you guys with the Strix Screech R. This will be available on our website once I'm done building it today. Shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to be here to answer any questions you guys might have. I've also got Peter in here with me to help with the comments and questions that I may not be able to answer for you.
What's up, guys?
So, yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. If you guys want to comment while I'm sitting here working, I can see the comments here in front of me, so I'm here to answer any questions you guys might have about ready-made products or Strix products, whatever you have. So,
Ji-Yoon just joined.
what's up, Albert? All right, you need my tools. So I'm going to start taking this top plate off first just because there's a lot of screws in the top plate here. This will take the longest.
We need to get you a drill.
Yeah, need one of those automatic ones.
Don't lose any screws though, because
Yeah,
I don't want
I'm
to
not
go,
gonna find
go
them in
down
here.
digging on the floor around you.
Show us how to wire an ESC and motor up correctly, Mr. Noise. Yeah, so basically what you want to do is you want to take all three motor wires and solder them directly to each other. No, don't do that. That's what I did in the beginning when I first started building drones. I didn't know what I was doing. Never had any solder experience. Never did anything with electronics. I always thought the RC world was pretty cool, but I never had anything cool when I was growing up. Maybe a few cars and stuff, but nothing that I ever had to work on myself. So never had any soldering experience. So the first go at it, I soldered all three motor wires on all four of my motors, soldered all three of them together. And then put heat shrink over that. And then when I put the battery in, three of the motors caught fire right in my apartment. It was a lot of burnt electronics #9 going around the apartment. Also, I stuck the quad underneath the faucet and ran water over it with the battery still connected. That's really smart. That's how you quickly put out fires. Yeah, don't do anything that I just said. That's a no-no. You're going to burn your house down if you do that. Make sure you solder your motor wires up separately, and we'll get to that. All right, I got the top plate off here. I'm going to move some of these standoffs out of the way for now, too, just so I can get everything in here, and it's not in the way. The Strix Screech R is available on Readymade's website. It's $35.99 for the kit. You get battery straps, also your TPU for holding your FPV camera. It's a great frame. It's what I've been using for racing this season. We've got the North Central Regional Finals coming up this weekend in Chicago, so I'm going to be flying all of these that I have out there. Hopefully I don't break them all on the first day. It's happened.
Okay, so the chat on the screen is not going to work completely
Okay.
because it doesn't do Facebook.
Okay.
So I turned it off.
Okay. So it's showing some of the.
You know
It's
what?
showing the Facebook comments, right?
Yeah. Just on the live
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
video.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put them up. If you want to chat on Twitch or
That's
YouTube, then you can see your comments up on the screen.
Yep.
Please don't embarrass us.
Yeah. Please don't embarrass us on YouTube and on stream right now. You can comment on there and see your comments and everything. What's up, Ryan Walker? What's up, Phil Star? Pro Build. Yeah. You know it. You gonna buy this once it's done? I'm going to put this frame together exactly how I've put all my Screech R's together. I don't use some of the fancy things like camera control and stuff like that. I've got a dongle that I plug into the camera itself to change those settings if I need to. Not that big of a deal for me. Yeah. Bunch of comments rolling in. This is cool. Gab's going. Watch out. All right.
This background music is kind of
Yeah, I can kind of hear the background music.
elevator-ish.
Is the background music loud enough for you guys? Can you hear that?
Is it too loud?
Or is it too loud? Can you hear me talking? I think you guys can hear me. No camera control, what a pleb. Ain't got time for that, Fellstar. What's up, Huff? It's cool. It's something.
Yeah. So the YouTube comments are coming up.
Yeah, I see him now. BG music is perfect. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Yes. Party horn. What's up, K Mead? What up, dude? You ready for this weekend? All the local guys here made it into regional finals for this weekend. We got Fellstar going, Kelly FPV, K Mead, G Yoon.
What was the race this weekend?
This past weekend?
Yeah.
It was the Buckeye FPV finals, I think. I didn't go to any of the series points races this season. I didn't make it to any of them. So they held the finals. If you were in any of the point series throughout the season, you'd make it to the finals or whatever. I think there was a last chance qualifier too, but I just had a long, busy weekend.
Yeah. We are putting in the Helio flight controller, is that correct?
Yeah, to go over a little bit of the parts that I'm going to be putting in here, we've got the Strix Hotshot 2306 1750 kV motors. This is going to be a 6S setup. I'm running 6S on all my stuff now. So we've got the 6S motors. It's going to be the Helio V2 flight controller, the Acon 32 V2 4-in-1 ESC. They've included some rubber grommets that go into the ESC now with that. It's pretty cool. Helio flight controller though is all I'm flying nowadays. Butterflight. I've flown it on Betaflight as well too, but I really like it on Butterflight. It's really easy to tune, smooth flight, really good for racing, freestyle, all around a great flight controller. We're also going to put gonna get a Nano Cricket in here too. Uh-oh. Party horn. Yeah.
I thought it was always the crickets.
Oh yeah. So the Cricket Nano is going in here as well. And then you also got a Foxeer Predator Pro, I believe, micro. I've been using those in run cams. They're both really good cameras. I like them both, so I just went with Foxeer. That's what I've been usually putting on mine. What is Mr. Noise's old rapper name? It's actually, we won't get too far into that because every time I get on the stream, somebody wants me to bring that up, and I don't like talking about it.
I think that's why they bring it up.
I know, exactly right. My old rapper name was Illinois. I'm actually originally from outside of Chicago. When I was rapping, that was the stage name that I decided to go with. And it just kind of stuck. So yeah, there's a little bit of my rap story. If you want to go to Google down to freestyle, that's down, then the word to, or T-O, and then freestyle. Should be the first Google search on there. Everybody's going to do it now.
Yeah.
Should be the first Google search on there. And yeah, you can check out some of the music that I did in the past.
Kevin says pull the top view camera a little towards yourself.
A little towards myself. Can I move it towards myself?
Yeah, sort of. That'll work.
Yeah.
A little better. You can see the motor now.
Yeah. A little better for you there, Kevin. So now I feel like
And
it's
thanks for joining us, Craig.
Craig. First time here. Oh. What's up, Craig? Thanks for joining us, man. Sorry, I'm trying to build and pay attention to the comments at the same time, so I apologize. I miss a few of you guys, but I am watching. Don't put the capacitor on backwards. Thanks, Jeff. I'll try not to. Only on your quads, man. When I have to help you out. I mean, because you don't know how to build. Just kidding. You know how to build. I don't know how to build. I blew up your capacitor as soon as I plugged it in. That was a good day.
No Agenda's asking if it's the camera you're putting on there is similar to the Eagle Pro.
I haven't used the Eagle Pro myself, so I am not sure on that. I think the Eagle Pro is more for, or is that's the Night Eagle that's for the night cam. I'd say it's probably similar. I mean, Foxeer and Runcam's micro cameras, they've got so many that come out nowadays, it's hard to tell which one is really better because they all are really good. So,
right. The differences between them are so small.
yeah. I mean, the size is the same. They look relatively the same. So,
Or Eagle 2.
or the Eagle 2.
I don't know.
I am not sure. I will have to test those out and get back to you on that.
Uh-oh.
What's
Kelly,
Oh, there's Dat Piff. I forgot that I had music on Dat Piff. Wow, bringing back the old school channels, Kelly. There you go, guys. If you want to check out the link that Kelly Stanley just put in there, that's some of my old music.
Change the background music to that? No.
Change the background music to that. Yeah, you don't.
It's a
Yeah.
little explicit.
Little explicit for the live stream
For
here.
the family channel.
Yeah, we've got kids and stuff watching. Not that they're not listening to Drake and stuff nowadays. That
True.
Kiki song. Kiki.
Should I do that in the background of the video?
Yeah, that would be funny. Play that song. Don't play it,
No,
but
like,
play
no,
it.
like me jump in the video behind you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
That would be hilarious. Just outside of a car dancing.
Yeah, we could put that on the green screen.
That would be hilarious. Have you seen the ones where they're doing it with like the RC plane and helicopter?
Helicopter?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Preference for CCD versus CMOS for racing cameras? Honestly, I have not been able to tell the difference between CCD and CMOS when I'm racing. I think most of my cameras that I'm using are CMOS, possibly, but I haven't been affected by CCD or CMOS. I guess I just haven't used the two back and forth well enough.
I think all the micro cams are CMOS though, right? I don't know if they get CCDs that tiny.
Yeah, I am not sure. They might be that the small ones might be CMOS. I can't remember. But no preference for me.
Peter wants to see the flight controller real quick.
Yep, 1 second. Just get this motor on here. Sorry, I went with the motors first, and it's kind of a longer process. Some of you might do it at the end. I like just
Yeah,
getting
Ryan
on here.
Walker, he's trying to tell you how to do your job.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Come down here and build a Screech R, Ryan. Why didn't you and Gab come here and check out the shop yet, man? Come on.
We should do that. We should have our team pilots come and build pro builds for people.
Ooh, yeah.
Then they could like sign them.
How much would you guys like that if we had all of our team pilots do pro builds for you? That'd be Ryan Walker. It'd be Gab707 doing a pro build for you. We've got Batpoo in there. Batpoo's still around.
I mean, there's like Kelly,
Myself. I'm doing that right now, though. And everybody's
Kelly
like,
and
you
G,
suck.
and where are they? The B team.
The B team? Ooh, shots fired.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
That's not the right one.
I don't have them on this keyboard.
Still gonna send it. Who was asking for the flight controller?
Peter Martyr.
So that's the Helio V2 right there. Very nice flight controller. Very well thought out. It's got the IMUF system in it. What else you got? Picture frame, I mean. A picture. What's this in? Picture frame, I mean. Or put it in frame.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or put it on the
Oh,
frame.
put it on
or
the frame.
I'm going to do this. The comments are coming a little faster in here.
Yeah. Okay. Any issues with the V1 Helio? No, no issues. There was just, with the V1 Helio, there was the inductor that they had for the FPV feed when it's coming through was causing issues because it was on the bottom of the board on the V1. It was causing issues with the ESC, so it was causing EMI to kick through, and it was creating lines and stuff in your video. So we were having to flip the V1 upside down to help with that if you were having that issue. But with the V2, they've put the inductor on top now, so you can run the board like normal side up instead of having to flip it now. What's up, Matt? Still waiting on my hot shot motors. Oop. You got an order in for them? Or you just want a free set? That's why you're here. You want a free set of hot shot motors, Matt. Once I get these motors on and stuff, this will go a lot quicker. So how's everybody's Monday going? Anybody having a case of the Mondays? You guys having a good day? It's awesome here at Ready Made. It's raining outside. Always raining in Ohio.
It's tropical depression Florence.
Yeah, Florence coming up to see us.
She can't say she's a hurricane anymore.
Yeah, can't say she's a hurricane anymore. She had party time down in what, South Carolina. Hopefully everybody's safe out there.
Yeah, lots of flooding.
Very sorry for all that happening. Mother Nature is a bee.
Yeah.
All right. There's your motors. All right, build's done. Go fly, guys. Just kidding. Thanks. Stream's over. I really don't know how to do the rest of this stuff, so I've got minions that build my quads. No, I don't. Wish I did.
You wish.
Got the Acon AK V2 32-bit 4-in-1 for that 6S power. So now they included little grommets with these too, which I've never had them on the Acons. I started using the Hobbywing ESC as well, and they've got those too. So I guess it works. So we'll use them.
Matt Warner asks how many screws per motor.
4. I use 4 screws for each motor. Some people use 2. I like having 4 on there. I guess keeps the motor more secured down. Some people don't have an issue with motors popping off with only 2 screws. Some do. It's just my preference, the way I've been doing it. Where did the ESC go? I'm going to go ahead and tin the pads on here. We'll get the battery plug installed too. Now this thing's kind of nice. If you guys ever need like heat shrink and stuff and you're in a pinch and don't have anything extra, if you go to your local like auto parts store like AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts, I got this at AutoZone. It has all different kinds of sizes of heat shrink that are pretty much pre-cut for you. Any size you really need. They don't have super big sizes, but I mean for the smaller ESCs, even single ESCs, you can use something like that to cover the ESC. It's like $5-6 for this, maybe $10. Not that expensive for something like this. I've got a bunch of these and I use them all the time. It's a good little product to have.
You may have to put your hat on backwards.
Am I covering everything with it?
Yeah.
No problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm soldering, I like to keep the tip like super shiny and extra clean, and always got some solder running through it and stuff. We use the rosin core solder, so it's already got a little bit of flux and stuff in it, so you don't have to worry about all that. And then you just want to tin the pads until they're real shiny. You don't want to see anything like hazy or anything like that when you're soldering up your pads. If they're a little bit hazy looking, it's usually a cold solder joint. That could come disconnected in a crash or something like that if it's not secured down well enough with some strong solder. Alright. Let's see here. Which one am I going to run this? Yeah. Okay. AutoZone for the win. Should thread locker be used on the body or motor screws, or is it not needed? For me personally, I never use thread locker. You probably should. On the motor screws, particularly, that's where you probably want thread locker. I haven't had too many issues where screws have come unthreaded in the body of the frame. Really not on my motors either. If you tighten them down pretty tight, they usually stay on there. It takes a lot to get them out of there. But if you feel a little unsafe about it, you make sure you at least put them on the motors. That's what I would recommend.
They don't put nearly as much oil on the motor screws and stuff as they used to.
Yeah.
You remember like a year or two ago when those things would like leave residue on your fingers?
Yeah, you pull them out of the package and they'd be all slimy and stuff from the oil that they put on it.
Those would always back out back in the day.
Yeah. I'm just going to clip the...
Cali Dave in the house.
Cali Dave, what up, dude? Oh, I dropped something. That's not good. What I dropped? Oh, it was my pen. That's okay. Thought I lost some screws. Nope, there's some. Nope, that's not mine. Okay. I'm back, guys.
Just other stuff down there.
Just other crap that we've dropped on the floor. Is braiding motor wires good or bad? I haven't seen anybody with issues with braided motor wires. What do you think, Peter? You like to braid motor wires?
Just aesthetics.
Yeah, it's just for looks, really, right? I mean,
yeah, makes it harder if you do cut one, I guess, though, and have to resolder it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. I try and like do a spiral type on mine, just so I have one bigger bundle.
Yeah, I'd say it's not. It wouldn't cause you any issues to do that.
It's not gonna. It's not a. We've never heard of it being a bad thing.
Yeah.
Or it's more just your preference.
Yep. If you want to make it look pretty and put some pretty braids on your motor wires, go for it. What? Wow, I can't type. Yeah, Dave, come on, man. Don't you know how to work that Facebook Messenger? Dave, you need to come back to Ready Made, dude.
At least hang out.
Come out and see us sometime, man. I guess we need to go out and see him, too.
Yeah.
But, Dave, you need to come here.
Yeah.
Guess it'd help if I put some of this stuff in the camera so you see what I'm doing.
Yeah. That may have been why Kevin said pull it a little closer to
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Oh,
There you go.
a little bit of a lag. Maybe?
Yeah, that works.
That should be good. All right. Dave said he hopes to make next year's FPV Fest. That'll be awesome, man. We're going to do it probably a little bit sooner next year. It's tentative right now of what actual time we do it, but it's definitely going to be sooner than doing it at the beginning of September. We've found that doing it right at the beginning of September we've had maybe 1 or 2 good years without rain. Or if it does rain, it rains for like one of the days and it's just really soggy and stuff, and then it doesn't the rest of the time.
You know, we were looking up weather in Willard, and like September actually is really low on the amount of rain that it gets per year compared to the other months.
Yeah.
So I think we're just cursed.
Yeah, we're just cursed. If you guys are in North Cal this next year, I'll try and make that too. Sweet, man.
Sweet.
We will try to get something set up. Or you guys host FPV Fest West. That'd be cool. That would be awesome. It never rains out there.
So how hard it is to set it up here, doing it thousands of miles away.
Yeah. Traveling with everything. We'll have to put everything on a plane. That'd be fun. Tim likes that idea.
Yeah.
I do need to help you.
How does it feel to have everybody scrutinizing your solder jobs? You know, everybody's watching.
Yeah, I know. The heat is on. Pressure's on right now. Get that back. Yeah, usually I don't have an audience watching me do all my soldering and stuff. So if I mess things up, you're gonna see it. We won't have a receiver on this Pro build. I think we'll have that as an option or something like that for you to pick, whether you fly Spectrum or FR Sky or whatever else. You can pick the receiver, and then I think we can put it on for you, or you can put it on yourself if you want to. But the spots will be open on the flight controller as well. But I will do the rest of the setup like I normally do with these when I set these up. I used to mess this stuff up all the time trying to do this really nice and pretty. With soldered globs everywhere and cold solder joints. Plug stuff in with all that and catch things on fire.
Definitely takes practice.
It does. Soldering is definitely not easy, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad.
So Bobby Fuller does have a
Good question. Let's see.
good question there.
Did you find the longer frame arms compared to a standard 5-inch affect PID tune at all? And if so, what do you suggest changing, i.e. increase P or lower I or something? I know with some frames, like race frames, they're meant for 5-inch props only. Like you can't fit anything bigger. I don't really think you need to do too much on the tuning. If anything, if you're flying a standard 5-inch frame, I mean, if it's a true X, your P's are going to stay generally around the same for pitch, roll, and yaw. With the bigger stance, like the Screech R has, you can actually fit 6-inch props on this frame. Usually with Butterfly and the Helion stuff, I'm running pretty close to stock settings on there, and your P's are, you know, in the 50s or whatever. They're not generally very high, and I don't have to do too much on changing, you know, pitch and roll or having one higher than the other or anything like that. They usually stay pretty close to the same.
Did you have to do any different stuff like on the Ichabod frame? Do you remember?
That I actually was very surprised with the Helio on there. I didn't tune it at all. I just threw a random tune on there that I tuned for like the screech frames and stuff. And it's a big wide stance frame that runs 6-inch props and it's huge. And
Yeah.
I didn't tune it much because it was only meant for cinematic flying and stuff. So I'm not doing a whole lot of pitch and roll maneuvers and stuff except just flying around. But I didn't have to change much on the pits at all. I mean, your stretch X frames, those will affect PID tuning a little bit. You'll want a little bit higher pitch P for a stretch X just because the arms it's further out on that axis, so you want a little bit more power to do, get yourself around on a flip or anything like that. Get this up, heat gun up in here. Excuse the heat gun sounds.
Not too bad.
Okay. Double check, make sure I didn't put that on backwards. We're good. Bring this back this way a little bit. Oh, you turned that off, okay.
Yeah, when you're soldering down there, it'll turn off.
Bobby says, thanks. Plan to run 5-inch props, and I'm using the same equipment that I previously had on the Martian frame. Still having prop wash on stock 351 settings, so I thought I'm trying to decide if I should jump to my older PIDs from when I was on the Martian. You could try your older PIDs, see what that does. If you're having prop wash issues, that could be a number of things. Usually you can tune D by raising that up a little bit to get rid of your prop wash. I've seen a little bit higher I on yaw and on P will help that a little bit too. If you're running butterfly, it does have yaw D in there. You can try raising that up a little bit too, but don't go crazy with the numbers because you'll smoke electronics and stuff and you don't want all that. But yeah, if you want to try your older tune, you could do that. Thank you. The Screech R is definitely an awesome frame for racing. Some of our pilots use it for freestyle too, so it's all around good frame. Go ahead and get these grommets in here for the ESC. Well, maybe. Whoa.
Don't mind me in the background. Ignore me. They don't see it.
They don't see that? Okay. Peter's just doing all kinds of cool stuff in the background that you can't see. So right now I'm just putting these little like rubber grommets that come with the ESC that go inside there. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. I'm basically just taking the my driver here and I'm just kind of sticking the edge of the grommet into the hole of the ESC, just kind of fitting it through there until it sits on both sides.
Alright, let's see if this worked. Oh yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Now you guys can see me closer.
Screw around with this thing. There we go.
Bobby, awesome, man. Only 9 months into flying. That's great, man. Keep up the work. Practice makes perfect, obviously. Took me a while to get to the point that I'm at now. I've been flying and doing this for 3.5 years now. I was definitely a noob in the beginning. I had to ask these guys here how to fix things, set things up in the configurators. This was back when we were still running Open Pilot and CC3D and the old Clean Flight days and stuff.
That was you used to have me solder stuff for you.
Yeah, I used to have Peter solder stuff up for me because I did not know how to solder good. So, yeah, Peter has been there for me a lot, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I won't do it anymore.
Yeah, no more. I got this. I'll go ahead and put these grommets into the flight controller now, too. Look at that handsome dude. What's up, Dominic? How you doing, man? Narcopter says he's got the same stack. Yeah, this has been a great setup for me this past couple months, the Acon 32 and the Helio board. It's been really smooth for me. How many of you out there are running 6S now, or have you guys made the switch, or are you guys still sticking to 4S?
Good question. Is this one going to be made for 6S?
Yeah, this is a 6S setup. It's exactly how I set mine up for 6S. So this is what we're gonna do here with this one. So if you want to buy this on the site once it's done, you know, obviously have a little bit of experience flying these things and gotta have some 6S batteries too, which we should have some more 6S batteries in stock maybe tomorrow. They might be in today, I'm not sure. I know I need some myself for the finals this weekend, so. I had one catch fire on me the other day. I was just flying around the back of the shop here and crashed into the ground, and it punctured the battery and the thing started smoking. It's one of my better batteries that I had, so I'm definitely getting short. Still at 4S for Bobby. Yeah, a lot of people haven't made the switch yet. I mean, a lot of people have spent time buying their 4S packs, so you know, why switch everything over when you could run 5S on some of your electronics? The same stuff that you have, you could even run 5S on it for the most part. You know, a little bit lower kV is good on that, and 2150, 2450 can handle 5S. It's not going to last very long, but that's pretty good too. All right, what's next here? Let's do, guess we can go ahead and install the ESC onto here. Start doing our motor wires here, because after the motor wires, everything else is pretty quick. I feel like I'm at a 60th hippie concert with the moving background. Yeah, dude, far out. Nerdcopter says, I've built for 6S, but as a total noob, I think I should not have. Might build a Alien micro drone or a 2.5 inch to get some stick time. Yeah, we've got winter time coming back around here soon, so the micro quads will be coming out of the woodworks again. It's always good to have one of those in your arsenal if you want to continue racing throughout the wintertime. Also, you can get on the any of the simulators that are really popular right now too for practice and stuff. I know Velocidrone has got a lot of events that they are constantly doing. And Colby and Ashley out there are working really hard to get things happening for you guys for that. DRL simulator tryouts are coming back around here soon for 2019. Keep an eye on that as well. I think DRL's been going strong now on TV for a couple weeks, so keep an eye on that and stuff, and watch out for the announcements for tryouts for that if you want to get into the DRL. They do the tryouts each year now. I tried last year, didn't get very far. Need a little bit better computer setup to run it. Also, don't forget to check Ready Made's website out for new products. We try to have new products on the website for you guys every day. Big hot product right now is the Strix Doc Brown shades. Everybody seems to be liking those. I do not own a set myself because I don't like them too much. They're a little bit big on my face, but hey, I mean, they're really cool sunglasses. I'm voting for the white Strix shades that look kind of like our black ones, but they're in white. I was wearing those at International Open this year, and a lot of people were like, man, where can I get those white Strix shades? Like, well, start commenting on our Facebook Fridays, or not Facebook Friday, our live stream on Fridays. Just go in there and type hashtag white Strix shades. You do that enough times, and we'll convince the other guys here to want them. And then we'll sell them for you. Oh, we got a stream comment, or Twitch comment, excuse me. That's what that is at the bottom, right?
Twitch, yep.
What are we building? We are building the, for the people on Twitch that are actually watching, which is awesome, we're building the Strix Screech R. Do you boil? Oh, it's like, do I boil other things? Do we build other things? Actually, if you go to Ready Made's website, and if you go to the Pro Build section, It's underneath the categories, and I think it's one of the first categories up there is a pro build shop. You go on there, and we have been putting together a bunch of builds for you that we've put together ourselves, like FPV pods for like the Stratosurfer. We've got ones for the Nano Goblin too, I believe. Some of the other planes that we have. We've got a Goblin on there that's pretty much the same build that Tim has, which is, you know, GPS in it and a vector and all that stuff. So yeah, we definitely build a lot of other things too. This is going to be the first like pro build that I've done. Usually we've had another guy doing our quads and stuff for you, but this time you're going to get a Mr. Noise Edition quad. Who doesn't love that?
If it's popular, we might do other builds like live.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys like us doing live builds and sitting here chatting with you guys, you know, let us know if you want us to continue doing that, and we'd be more happy to get on here while we're building stuff and talk to you guys. See what you guys think about it. If you have ideas for other builds you'd like to see us do, you know, throw those in there as well. We like a challenge, so just don't make it too hard. Alright. Got all the motor wires trimmed up. Now we'll get them ready to put on. Sorry, dropping more stuff. Here's a question. Does being an RMRC employee help you get sponsored, or does being a sponsored pilot help you get a job at RMRC? I'm actually the graphic designer and videographer for the company. When I started here, I just went straight into working in the warehouse. I had a degree in graphic designing when I came here, but I needed to learn the ropes of the company and everything, so I wasn't even flying RC or anything like that when I started here. So I didn't have any sponsors or anything like that. I just thought it was really cool that, you know, I got a job at an RC company and never thought I'd be doing something like this at the time. And then, you know, after I got used to the company, used to the products and everything, They brought me up to the front to start trying some graphics out and stuff, and been doing that ever since. I design all the packages and stuff now, like Nano Goblin boxes and recruits and all that, and the packaging.
Sorry.
It's okay. And all the
Don't listen to me. Or my sound effects.
yeah. I also designed the Strix logo that you see everywhere now. So, I mean, the people that are wanting to get sponsored and stuff, you know, I power to them and everything for getting out there and flying and doing a really good job and practicing and stuff like that. But it was just really coincidence that I was lucky enough to get a job with this company. Somebody else asked a question about ESCs. Mark, can ESCs be reversed in programming, or will you have to resolder if they spin the wrong direction? You can switch the direction the motor is spinning in programming. Usually you'll use the BL Heli suite. So if you have a motor that is spinning the wrong way, there's an option in there that allows you to change the direction. It'll say motor direction, I believe. And then it'll have options for normal, reverse, 3D, and there's a couple other options in there too. But if you want to spin them the opposite direction, you can always click that, or you can do it the old-fashioned way and just move to your motor wires on the ESC to flip them. Right. Looks like I've tinned them all. Okay. What's up, Lonnie? Hope someday I can build like Mr. Noise. Someday you will, my son. Patience. Did I bump that with my head?
No, it started focusing on your hair.
Alright, we got our motors installed. If you guys have any questions, don't feel shy to reach out and ask. I'll do the best I can to answer it. Alright, next I'm gonna put on capacitor. Now, capacitor that comes with the Acon is a little small compared to what I like to use. I usually use it's a 470 35 volt. I've just been using these for a really long time now. So yeah, it's done really well to filter out power and stuff. It's not too large like your 1000s are. It just, I'm gonna have it sit right here in the back of the frame. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Brighter light on the bench. Yeah,
I think it's not
terrible with the lighting over here. It could be a little bit brighter, but
the camera settings. I think might be doing that.
yeah, the side cam is also a cell phone camera, so it's not as good as the main one that's facing me. But if you want a closer look at the solder job, I mean, look how beautiful that is.
Good. Closer.
Closer. Very nice. So yeah, the cap is just literally going to sit right back here. I'm going to glue it down. Some people love hot glue, some don't. That's usually what I use to hold my capacitors down. So yeah, get the wiring on for it. Just use this. What are those motors? I missed it. Nerd Copper. The motors are the Strix Hotshot 2306 1750 kV motors. Kevin, enhance. These guys that are here watching me right now are probably just laughing at me. This guy can't build anything, man. Why'd we let him in here to build something? Oh. Yep, that made it a little brighter. How's that, guys?
I put the
Magic light came on. A little better?
I don't know if I can.
How's that look? I mean, it's a little brighter, yeah. It's alright.
And if I turn up the brightness in here, it doesn't.
Yeah.
We'll go with there.
Kevin, I put the hat on backwards because every time I was putting my head down, the bill was blocking what I'm doing. See, I'll show you. Oh, maybe not.
Way to go.
Thanks, Kevin. Okay. Noob.
I think Kevin should be working and not watching the live stream.
Yeah, why aren't you working, Kevin? What are you doing? I'll make that sourdough. Watching your build is definitely labors. Thanks, Kevin. Kevin McSkies McCleary. He's always got some words of wisdom. Searched you up, Mr. Noise, but was already subbed. Thanks, man. Tends to happen. There's a lot of sub for subs to happen on Facebook, if you haven't noticed. I usually try to get in there and sub, and then throw mine out there too. Why not? Everybody should subscribe to everybody, especially if you're flying quads, planes, anything. We are one giant community, so we all help each other out. Now, something to note with the capacitors. If you see the dashes, these dashes right here, when you're installing these, just to make sure you don't do it backwards, because I've done it a number of times. The dashes mean that's the negative side. So the other side won't have that. That's positive. That's negative, that's positive. So make sure you solder this side, this wire, up to your negative and not the positive. Because if you do that, when you plug the battery in, the back end of the capacitor just goes poof and blows out some smoke, and it's a real loud pop. Sounds like a firecracker. I'm messing the camera all up. There we go. How do you determine how long you make the XT60 lead? I just do a rough guess for when I do this. Usually I have the top plate on there like that, and that's pretty good. I'd probably make that a little bit shorter, but that's actually okay, because I usually run the battery on top with this frame, so it's a little bit better to have it a little bit loose when it's connected, so if the battery rips off or something, it doesn't pull the pads off, and it makes it nice so if you want to run the battery on the bottom, you can just kind of fold the wire over and connect your battery that way. I do that as well. Nick Staley. No, Nick, I'm not making this one for the regional final this weekend. If I'm allowed to take it, maybe, but we want to sell it as a pro build too on the website. I guess it could be a true Mr. Noise edition and come back all covered in grass and beat up a little bit. That'd be kind of cool. Would you guys want to buy one that I flew over the whole weekend and bashed the crap out of it? And definitely make sure on the Acon 32s that these XT60 leads that they solder on here don't come off. You gotta work it a little bit to get it to flow through there.
I think from the factory they put like a, I don't know, a different solder. It's higher temp or something.
Yeah, because you gotta flow it and stuff a few times to get it to tin back over. Otherwise, it
Yeah,
just
you gotta like mix our solder with theirs and stuff like that.
I like that. Nerdcopter said, if you get first place with the frame, it'll be famous. And then he says, I smell a markup, otherwise half off sale. You know, that's not a bad idea. Gross.
Oh, your hat's in the way again.
Yep, see? See, Kevin? That's why I had it backwards. Oh. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm just trying to clean up solder on these XT60 leads here.
I'll be back.
Yep.
Work called.
Yep. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to take these off of here to clean this up because this is just not taking. There we go.
Oh, you got them off.
Yeah. Took them off so I can get this solder off of it. It's just not taking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta burn through their stuff on the ESC just so it'll take again. It's frayed. Cut it and start again. Yep. Thanks, Paul. Definitely doing that. There we go. Now it's starting to hold. Okay. Yeah, Paul, it sucks. The Acon V1, it was like that too, but not as bad as that one. That was brutal. There we go. Make sure I didn't put that on backwards. Okay. Finally put the cap in here. How to become less floaty? Experience or tune or both? Keep in mind I have no in real life experience. Less floaty is usually going to be tune. Usually turn up I a little bit to tighten things up so you're not floating around. P will give you a little bit more power to help with that. Some firmwares also are a little bit floaty too. Sometimes it's just in the firmware and you gotta try something a little bit different if it doesn't work. Thank you, Peter. It is getting hot in here.
Yeah, I'll try and move some air in here.
Keep me cool. Andis Everts, do you read instructions? No. I just go for it.
Only
if I have to.
Well, you were reading the Acon instructions.
Yeah, I was.
That's just a reference picture, doesn't count.
Reference pictures and manuals don't count. I was making sure I wasn't soldering the battery leads back up on backwards. That'd be funny. All right. Go ahead and get the capacitor glued down here. Thank you, Peter, for plugging that in for me.
Yep.
No special way to glue it. You just get it so it's on the frame, and then just kind of pick a corner and start going to town with the glue until it holds. See you, Paul. Back to work. What's that paper then? Yes, thanks, Andes. Yes, I was not reading the instructions, Andes.
Next time you'll have to do it off camera.
Yeah, I was trying not to look so obvious with it, but I guess I held it right in view. It was just a quick reference. Don't judge me. Some of you might be like, why is he hot gluing the capacitor down and not using a zip tie or something? I've always done it like this and have not had too many issues where the cap is popped off of where I glued it down at. So I use enough hot glue to hold it. So you're going to get the Mr. Noise amount of glue.
Which is the perfect amount.
And this is just the right amount. I'll just get to the bottom of the frame here and squeeze some glue through the slots. Yeah, buddy. Hot glue creates a little extra reinforcement too. That's funny. What was that paper then? Let's see you, dude. You don't read instructions. Yeah, right. Let it sit for a second and dry.
What do they say on flight test? For 45 seconds?
Huh? Yeah.
Let it sit for 45
Let it dry
seconds.
for 45 seconds. Build videos are like cooking shows, really.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if I had one just like, okay guys, and it's done. Put that in the oven for about 3 hours.
As long as you didn't glue it to the table.
Yeah. Just kidding. It's not coming up now. I think that's enough hot glue. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Okay. Almost done.
What's left?
Just got to put the, I'm going to put the power wires on for the flight controller. The ESC actually has VBAT that comes out of it, but I've been so used to installing just, you know, regular servo wire or whatever, power leads, so I can run that straight off the battery to the flight controller. It does take 12 volt and 5 volt as well. Meeting has got. Oh, nice. Yeah, these live builds are awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's hot in here, but it's a lot of fun.
We need like a silent fan.
Yeah, that would be nice. This is probably the longest we've been on a live stream before. Usually it's about 30, 40
45
minutes.
Yeah.
We've had about an hour now or so.
Uh,
Just kicking stuff off. Hour and a half.
yeah.
That's not too bad.
Nope. You weren't talking so much.
Yeah. If I were talking to the community so much, I'd be able to get things done. Jeez. Liquid cooled overclocked F7 with 8 terabyte black box running on 24 seconds. Pretty cool.
24S, that's pretty good voltage right
Damn.
there.
Oh, 24S. I said second spot.
Ah,
Well, damn. Excuse my language, but 24S.
I want to see that liquid cooled
I
F7.
want to see that F7, bro. Always a pain in the butt when you have two wires that you're trying to hold together. Get them all soldered with each other here. Oh, great. The whole thing popped off. Sorry, guys.
You'll get it, Mr. Noise.
You can do it!
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Gotta love the sound effects. Wire's being a pain in the butt. There we go. Okay. Alright. I think we are ready to put the flight controller on.
All right.
Yay! Thanks, Andes. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Bedtime out there.
Refreshingly nice solder joints, Mr. Noise.
Refreshingly nice. Far better than a lot of the big names on YouTube. Well done. Thanks.
Oh,
Woo! Wait. No party horn? I didn't hear no party horn.
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, I know. I don't know where it is.
Oh well. Thanks, guy. Just gonna secure the flight controller down with these nylon nuts here. Mhm.
Just going where the action is.
Yeah. Flight controller's on. We're almost done. Next is just putting the camera and the VTX on here. I'm tinning up the 5-volt and ground pads right now for the Cricket because it runs 5-volt. And I also usually put the smart audio control on TX3. Let's go ahead and do the camera now. With the camera, I usually just take the cable that comes with the camera and I remove some of the wires that I'm not using. Really just need a video, positive and ground, and I usually leave this little plug in there too so you can change what you have the camera control pad for on the flight controller. I still use the dongle thing for it, so I never really change those settings much. Thanks, Alec. Should have seen his first solder job. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he's a little late to the party.
Yeah, late to the party as usual.
He needs to scroll back up in the comments, and we already talked about this.
We already talked about it, bro. Go back to work. Woo! Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm going to remove the blue wire out of here. Just the X-Acto knife works really well to depin some of these plugs. You just want to get right up underneath the white tab there, and you can pull the wire straight out. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. Yeah. I'll need all that. Really, for the Cricket, I'll just have to do the negative and positive leads off of here. Connect those to the ground and positive on the Cricket. That's pretty much it. Look how tiny that Cricket is. So small. Perfect for race builds. Smart audio control, does up to 200 milliwatt. Not that many small VTXs like this that are in the market currently do that. Pretty nice selling feature. Not that we're running 200 milliwatt at a lot of our big races. We'll get the hammer if we do that.
Yeah, but in practice and stuff, you can
Yeah, like
get a little bit stronger signal.
FPV Fest this year when we were running it, we were running 200 milliwatt for the racing, and it didn't cause any issues at all. It was actually better. Ready Made RC said, now if you just had an F10, you'd be at the head of the hype train. Oh. We'll talk about that later.
Somebody forgot to switch over to their personal account.
Oops. Come on, man. Alright, just super tiny trick. So, a lot of viewers on there still. Yeah.
Seven.
Appreciate you guys hanging out the whole time. Again, if you like the fact that we're doing this, we'll come back on here and hang out with you guys anytime we can.
You just set up a live feed at your desk.
Yeah, no kidding. You get to see all the testing and stuff that I'm doing all day. I'm pulling my hair out and stuff.
The Helio Master.
Mr. Helio. I'm going to switch my name to that. Mr. Helio instead of Mr. Noise.
Wow, Cobra's building 3 Screechars.
Cobra?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, Cobra FPV.
Yeah. Gotta have your backups.
Yeah. I've got 3 of them myself. Maybe this one will go with me to finals too. Probably not. Alright, there's our camera cable. Let's see. Yeah, I can put this on. Actually, first, here's that. Go ahead and put the ESC wire in. I also do not use all the cables that come with this too. Back to work, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm already sweating in here. Mr. Moist right now, okay?
Cobra FPV is going to the Canadian MGP Nationals.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Take Cobra FPV. Take some pictures up there on when you go of the frame and at the track and stuff, and we'll share your photos and stuff that you take.
Yeah, absolutely.
And good luck. Awesome. Thanks, Cobra. Now I do need to look at the picture that I took of my
Uh-oh.
wiring setup here so I don't forget which ones go to which.
Well, that's not a manual.
Yeah, it's not a manual. It's for my own use. Magical Smoky, yes. Yeah, Cobra, we're working on some changes to the frame. So we'll probably have like a V2 option at some point here that will have some changes like that. Try to take into account of everything that we wanted changed on it and our team pilots and stuff too. So hopefully the second V2 version will address some of the issues we might be having. Alright, I got the 4-in-1 cable done finally. Just go ahead and stick that in there. Cricket. There's the cricket. There's the cricket. Put some double-sided tape on this now. What's awesome about the Nano Cricket is it fits right in between the 4-in-1 plug and the USB. Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Can you even tell? Thanks, Nerdcopter. Nice and clean. Yeah. That's why we've been in here for 2 hours trying to make it neat for you. Sounds like Nerdcopter's going to buy this. It's going to look super nice once I'm completely done.
So what are you going to do after this? Are you going to go plug it in and program it and everything?
Yeah, I'll do that after the live stream is over. I'll do all the programming and stuff in Butterflight, and I'll put my tune on it and stuff like that. That process will add a lot of extra time, so we will save that for afterwards.
Yep.
Looks like good enough tilt. Of course, you can adjust it yourself. Okay. Let's standoffs back in. Now, when I used to build quads, it used to take me a couple weeks to get anything done like this. Now just down to a couple hours. Not bad for a full build.
No, not at all.
I might do that Nerdcopter. I might do a screen cap of the tune, and I'm not sure if I'll do a flight demo, just because we're not putting a receiver in this build. That's going to be up to you if you want a receiver in it. But this is exactly how I build all the same racers, so it'll have my tune on there that I put on there. I'll put some pictures of my tune from the configurator on there, and then I can put some flights possibly of one of my other ones.
What's your personal channel on Instagram? How do they find you?
On Instagram, you can find me at it's Mr. Noise FPV. I think it's Mr.Noise FPV on Instagram, and it's the same thing on YouTube as well. You can search Mr. Noise FPV on YouTube. Also got the very lovely Strix Hoot antenna. Get that bad boy going in there too. We've got a cool 3D printed mount that at some point, I'm going to turn this off. Microcam fits much better than my Predator Mini. Yeah, you'll want a microcam for this frame. The V2 version that we're working on will fit cameras a little bit better, so you might be able to fit a bigger camera in there with the second revision. But right now it's just microcams. And this 3D printed mount that I'm putting the Hoot into, you can go on Thingiverse. If you search BKFPV on Thingiverse, it's one of our team pilots. He's got a bunch of 3D prints that he's done for the Screech R. It's like session mounts on there and hero mounts. This antenna mount is on there as well. Kind of a pain to get in there, but once it's in, it's secure.
It's not coming out.
Yeah. Maybe. Here,
Want
see
me to
if
work on it?
yeah, my hands are sweating. Bobby, the Thingiverse name was BK FPV. BK like Burger King, BK FPV. Thank you, Peter.
There you go, bro.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're ready for the top plate. All I have to do now really is just put that on, and then I'll put some electrical tape around the wires here so they're held down, and this build will be done.
Awesome.
Guess I am missing a stand up. Yeah, definitely need a fan for in here.
The air was on a little while ago.
Yeah. TPU squeaks. You can see the shine off my forehead. Look at all that sweat.
There's the air. I hear it now.
Yeah. The AC is kicking on, guys. Anybody else have any other questions? I am here to answer them. more vids like this, RMRC, good stuff. Awesome. You got it, Nerdcopter.
It is kind of cool to see how the build happens, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it really is. Because, I mean, you see everybody's all the time, and it's just like, yep, but there's another quad, you know, but...
Yeah, pictures of the finished product.
Yeah. Will RMRC be at the Canadian Drone Nationals? No, I don't think so. I'm sure we'll have a couple of our team pilots out there, Gab 707 and Ryan Walker.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be
I'm
there.
sure those guys will be there. So if you want to go say hi to those guys, tell them I said what's up. Can't forget our battery strap. Don't want to get the top plate screwed down and not have that on there. So like I said, I run the battery on top of my builds.
Yeah, Gab has been running this frame for a while. Was it the original Screech or Screech R?
He's running the Screech for his like freestyle stuff,
Yeah,
and then he just started running the Screech R maybe a couple months ago, I think.
right.
Once he finally got the prototype and stuff in his hand. He was running it at IO, and he's been running it the past couple weekends at some of the races that he's been at, and him and Ryan both have been running it and been loving it.
I saw him on a lot of the mountain diving videos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's got a new one that he's been playing with, but
Yeah, it's the I forget what frame that is.
yeah, but I know he loves the Screech R and the Hot Shot motors on it.
Yeah. These are the smaller battery straps. I need the bigger ones. Well, I'll fix that for you guys afterwards. You'll get 250 size battery straps. These are the 200, so these are a little bit smaller. They'd be good for 4S, but I'll throw the bigger one on there that I use. Just trying to get the antennas geared down. So much. Damn it, Alex, what'd you do to your credit card? If you heard that, that was our lovely owner, Mr. Tim Stanfield, cussing out in the hallway. Don't worry about that. Thanks, Tim.
That's what I get for opening the door.
Yeah, it's hot in here. And cuss words. These guys don't care.
Nah.
Just tuning in, how many of you guys are running the Screech R for freestyle? A few of us are. I use it mainly for racing. A few of our pilots, BK, FPV, uses it for freestyle, and I think Albert uses it for freestyle every now and then too.
The original Screech, it
Yeah.
kind of goes in and out of stock because we're printing the TPU parts
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, the
And
original
so-
Screech goes out pretty quickly because of the parts that we print in-house for the 3D printed parts for that. So once those run out of the parts, we kind of have to put those on back order for a second until we get more parts printed out. But usually within the same week we can get them back into stock. We just got to wait for the printer.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Put the electrical tape on here. Make the finish pretty. Thanks, Cobra. Keep up the good work, RMRC. We appreciate it. Keep up the flying. You guys based out of Canada or the US? Are the frames sourced from China? I'm guessing China. CN stand for China, not Canada. Yeah, CN is China, and we're based out of the US. We're in Lewis Center, Ohio. It's close to Columbus, about 20 minutes out of Columbus. There you go, guys. There it is. Screech R Pro build. Done.
Nicely done.
And whoever buys this, if you want to go shorter with the standoffs, you can purchase the original Screech hardware pack that has 20mm standoffs in it. We made the Screech R with 25mm standoffs to give you extra room. For me, I would have used 20 on this, just because I don't have a big VTX in there anymore with the Cricut Nano. So there's a lot of real estate still left in there to add extra stuff if you want to with the height. So yeah, this will be available on our website hopefully within the next day or so. We'll get it live. I will put my tune on it, and I will also post screenshots to the tabs and stuff from the configurator in the listing as well. Like I said, I probably won't be doing any flight videos with this one particularly, just because we will leave the receiver option up to you. If you want to have a receiver on it, we can possibly install that for you, or you can do it yourself, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you guys hanging out here with me today. If you have any questions for me, you can reach me on Facebook. Again, it was Mr. Noise FPV on YouTube and Instagram. You can reach out to me with any questions you might have. Also, Fridays at 3 o'clock, we always do our ready-made live stream. We're streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook as well. Be sure to get on there and check out any cool things that we might be showing off during the week. We do giveaways from time to time. Get on there and check that out. Always hashtag RMRC or StrixRC with your pictures and videos and stuff like that. And if we like them, we'll share them. And yeah, I think that's it. Keep an eye out on the website to find this this pretty live Mr. Noise Edition Pro build. I don't know a price just yet. We'll figure that out for you. It's not going to be free because all that work I just did. But have a good day, guys. Enjoy the weather out there. Hopefully it gets a little sunnier here. For the guys coming to North Central Regional Finals this weekend, I will see you there. And yeah, have a great rest of the week, guys, and take it easy. See you later.